fun when you're fun. Living in the field. What work for you might not work for me. I dropped everything when it chased my dream. Thought I was crazy.
What's going on? What's going on? Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, family. It's your boy A. Simpson in the building. We here with another great panel of Upstanding Gentlemen with Simpson Lee Podcast. I'm here with Mike, JP, Marcus, my boy Tony, Sean, this is my pops Benjamin, and John. We're gonna have some great discussion here, man. Happy Juneteenth, first of all. Hey, and it's the NBA Finals, win or go home. Everything is everything. We're gonna kick it off. We know what y'all want. We know what y'all want. We're not even gonna play around. We're gonna kick it off. We're listening to what LeBron James got to say about ring culture. Now try to stay with me. This video is a little bit lengthy. Once it kind of get to like a decent point, I will cut it off. But here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I don't know why it's discussed so much in our sport, and why it's the A-all, B-all of everything. Like, okay, you weren't a great player if you never won a championship. Yeah. It's like, or if you won one, then you can't be in the same conversation with this person. It's like,
but that's a great point, because what you're saying is like, no matter what you have, you need more. No matter what.
Right.
No matter what, it can never end.
Yeah, right? I don't know, man. It's just like, you sit here and tell me, you know, Allen Iverson and Charles Barkley and Steve Nash, you know, are fucking wasn't unbelievable. Like, oh, they can't be talked about or discussed with these guys is because this guy won one ring or won two rings or one, like, it's just weird to me. It's like saying Peyton Manning can't be in the same room with Brady or Mahomes because he only has one ring. They don't never discuss that in their sport.
Right.
Or telling me that Dan Marino is not the greatest slinger of all time, or he can't be in the room with those guys because he didn't win a championship. They don't discuss those things, you know. I don't know. Did Barry Bonds win a World Series?
So yeah, your boy LeBron had a lot to say about ring culture and what he think it stands for and the symbolic of it. So anybody want to take this? P, you ready?
Yeah,
we ready.
Okay.
Yeah. First off, Pops, excuse my French, LeBron James is full of shit. Full of it. Because one point, they do discuss that in other sports. The difference between, like, that's the reason why Brady is the GOAT. Brady is the GOAT because he won more than anybody. Peyton Manning got two rings, not one, like LeBron said. And then when you talk about Barry Bonds, baseball is an ultimate team sport. Baseball is different from basketball. Basketball, when you talk about football and you talk about baseball, basketball is the only one out of all of them. If you have the best player, you're in contention. Because the best player can play offense and defense simultaneously. You can play offense on one end, defense on the other end. So that's complete bull what LeBron is trying to make the point of. And nobody says that Iverson is not great or Barkley and other people. But how do you differentiate players? Basketball, because you have that opportunity to elevate the team more than any other sport. That's why they mark championships of greatness. But this is LeBron once again trying to change the narrative, because he knows, like, I don't think I can win another championship. So now I got to try to devalue what the championship is and say, oh, it don't matter as much. If it didn't matter as much, you wouldn't have been chasing them going to other teams. You would have stayed where you was at in Cleveland the first time. And then on top of that, like, this is what I'm saying, like, what he tries to do is like changing the narrative. He did it before because you said after you won in 2016, right after it happened, the interview, you can pull it up. He said, I'm still chasing that ghost. I'm still chasing that ghost in 23 in Chicago. You said that. But then years later, when it was like, I didn't win enough championships, when I won in 2016, I felt like I was the GOAT. That made me great. Because now it's like I'm trying to change the narrative. It's like, no, at the time you said something else. But this is what I mean. Like, it makes it hard. Everybody say I'm a LeBron hater. It makes it hard when you actually paying attention to like him. Because it's like, bro, like, why do you got to play the games to try to sway the media? Just let it be what it is. That's just how I feel about it.
Sean, go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead.
Sean, did you got anything?
I mean, no, you can go ahead, Mike. You can go ahead. I like to take. I want to take it all in because it get depressing sometimes hearing people talk about the GOAT, right? and it bothers me a bit. And it's not because I'm a Bron stan. Like, I'm a Laker fan, diehard since it's short, right? So I didn't come to the Lakers with Bron, right? I was already there. But I honor and I respect greatness, right? Because I'm great at what I do, right? But I think people took that the wrong way. I don't think he meant, okay, it's whack that I don't got 6 rings, so I can't be the GOAT. Now, that's not what he's saying. What he's saying is, why does that have to be, like, why is this a thing they're using in the media to downgrade other great players? That's really what I believe he was saying.
It always been that way, and it's not to downgrade, it's to rank. We're talking about ranking and talking differentiating players. It's been like that since Wilt and Bill Russell. It's always been that way, but he's making it like they're like this is something new.
My only thing is, the greatest player of all time don't have the most rings, so it's like, but y'all gonna tell me forget about it because it ain't. It's somebody with more than 6 rings, but we gonna disregard it.
And plus, the lens is bigger. So you say, well, Bill Russell only played against 8 teams. The lens is so much bigger. Mike didn't play against what Bron played. Come on, bro. Let's just be real.
He didn't play with what Bron has either.
Oh my God. Okay.
Pops, you got anything?
Well, yeah, and I like the word differentiator. But I think if I look around, I can pretty much tell everybody that played basketball AAU when you was in your youth, and it's always been the goal to win. Everybody defines the winner. You know, nobody thinks about who lost so many. They always want to talk about who's the winner. Even if you look at Rising Stars, they had the blue team, the gold team, the yellow team, whatever. But, you know, it was always the goal was to win. Now, the differentiator is the thing there. Nobody's questioning anybody's greatness. They all belong in the greatness category, right? But the differentiators are the other things, the other intangibles, such as winning, such as your all-star voting, such as your MVPs, such as all of these things. All of these things matter to make people keep you in a discussion. Now, for LeBron to say that the ring culture isn't a thing, I think we're all in agreement that he's full of it in that moment. Do anybody disagree with that? Let me ask that question.
As far as ring, like that you
need
a ring.
By him saying that the ring culture shouldn't really be a thing. Because if that's the case, then you have absolutely zero reason to leave Cleveland after you lose to Boston. You stick it out in Boston, and you potentially turn out like Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller, Ewing.
But who made that the rule though, bro? What's the rule? Did he have to stay with an organization his whole? What made that the rule though?
No, nobody.
I don't think he's saying that. No, I think he's saying
that. Hold on. Let Pops go, and then we're gonna let my boy go. Go ahead, Pops. Finish your statement.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't saying that at all, Sean. What I'm saying is he's acting like rings shouldn't be a thing because of the way that they'll set it up. Robert Horry got more rings than Mike. Bill Russell and so forth. You know, they'll size it up that way. But LeBron is making it seem like it's not a big deal when it is, though. The reason that you do what you do is to win, period. And that's why he was able to get on there in Miami and say, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, because he felt like he was in the driver's seat to take over the NBA for whatever it was. And I'll leave it right there.
My boy, go ahead.
Yeah, man, I think it comes down to, like Bron, they're not talking about John Stockton and Charles Barkley and Reggie Miller and those guys because they're not even in that conversation, bro. They're a top 50, top 75 player, but we talking about the GOAT conversation. So when it comes to the GOAT conversation, we got to take everything into consideration, but certain things hold more weight. Like your pop said, the whole goal of basketball is to have more points on the board than your opponent. We got to win, right? So I think at the end of the day, it's a cop-out, typical LeBron stuff. It doesn't change the fact that he's potentially the most talented player ever to play, but we're talking about the greatest all-time player, and I mean, I mean, in my humble opinion, that's Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
John, what you got for me? John. Then I'm gonna go to JP.
I don't know. I agree with most of the points that everybody was making, but I'm along the lines of like what Shondas was saying, like not who made that rule, but like how Pop said, if it was the great all be alls to win, and we putting Jordan up there as the GOAT, 6 rings. But it's other guys, but like how you said, Robert Horry got 7, Bill Russell got 11, and then Bill Russell and
We're not
Will
talking about
played
them.
together. So who's the better player out of them two?
But they're not even in that conversation. They don't get that privilege.
I think Greg, it misconstrued that is because now we finna pick and choose whose ring is dominant.
Yeah, basically.
That's what y'all come in. What I mean by that is you're gonna tell me that a guy that was second player on his team, well, you weren't the main man. Your thumbprint wasn't as big on that ring, so it don't count. Like, so my question is like, so if we're going to count the rings, does not making it mean anything? Like that's all I'm asking. Because we're talking about making it and winning. Cool. I'm all for that. So we're going to disregard the times that you did not make it and not talk about it.
No, go ahead. Yeah,
Go ahead. Let everybody.
Are we? I just want to clarify. We're referring to Mike not making the playoffs before they drafted Scottie Pippen,
or any. Let's be clear. Yes.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I think that's a valid point. But at the end of the playoffs. He's not making the finals, correct?
Let's not
the first round.
Go ahead. We talk about finals appearances. Bron ain't just make the playoffs. He lost in the finals, where a lot of guys didn't get to, and your guy, which I like. All I'm asking is if we're going to talk about rings being the totality, because that's what we are.
I got a rebuttal to that, but I'm gonna let Jay go.
Give your thought, JP. Go ahead.
All right, my first point is what John said. I think when you say Robert Horry, I feel like for you to have the ring, you got to have the numbers first. If you don't have the numbers, then the ring. So when people say bring up the Robert Horry, clearly he got more rings. He was in the right situation every time he did it. So we can't necessarily say, oh, Bill Russell got more. He did go Robert Horry. They're not in the same conversation because he was never the main man on the team. He never number one option, number two option. He was the others, as they like to speak. He did great in his role.
But he mattered though, and he was a star in his role though.
I get it, but it's pressure. It's different type of pressure. Especially some of y'all know y'all play college level. It's different type of pressure.
Didn't put up 16 in the fourth quarter against
the Pistons.
The Pistons. Yeah. He's about the
when we bring
the pressure
when we bring up the ring culture, it's about the number one guy.
You talking about the star?
The superstar.
Like
yeah.
Okay. But so like first of all, going back to Mike's point. The difference is what people don't talk about when we talk about Michael Jordan. I feel like it's a cop out when they just say the 6-0. Michael Jordan, before he won a championship, he accomplished everything individually that you could in the NBA. Literally, like not saying that like I'm talking about literally. You're talking about All-Star Game MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. Hold on, wait. I know, but I'm saying when he didn't win a championship, I was accomplishing everything else. So when I didn't win a championship, the difference between Mike and a lot of these guys, not just period. When I didn't win a championship, it was apparent it wasn't because I came up short. It's like when I didn't win a championship, I'm averaging 40, and you can see like, oh man, I need help. And as soon as he got help, it was nobody else. Everybody else got shut out.
I'm glad you said that.
And what it was, and the difference between what we never talk about with Michael Jordan and anybody else. Scottie Pippen was not a star when he came into the NBA. Michael Jordan helped him develop into a star. Once he started training with Michael Jordan in the offseason, he developed in a star. We're talking about the difference between LeBron and Mike. LeBron, everybody he won with, they were established all-stars in the NBA before they ever played with LeBron. Before they ever played any tip with LeBron, they were established all-stars already. Now, I would give people the credit. I would give LeBron the credit if, okay, when they drafted Andrew Wiggins, you turned Andrew Wiggins up and you won with him. But what did you do when they drafted Andrew Wiggins? No, trade him for somebody that's already proven. That's what they did.
Set his own rules in a culture where
we're not talking about rules.
He set his own rules in a culture where
hold on, P.
rings matter. So he said, okay, if rings matter, well then I'm gonna play it my way.
Right.
I'm going to the team I want to go to. I'm gonna build a team like I'm a GM if rings matter.
So
right?
the main point what we're talking about now, then you can't get up there on the damn podcast and talk about why does it matter? If you played the game, you know it matters. And now it's like, damn, I didn't get the rings that I felt like I thought I was gonna get. Now it shouldn't matter as much. Now it shouldn't matter. Why does it matter so much now?
So you saying he should have said that when he was 19?
No, I'm saying this is another instance of him trying to control the media and control the narrative.
Oh, okay.
That's what
I
I'm
have
saying.
a question. If he was 6-4 and not 4-6 in the finals, would he say the same thing?
If he was 6-4,
I believe
so. Say he won 6 and lost 4. Will he say the same thing he said the other day? He would never say it.
No.
I promise you.
I don't think so.
He would not say
the
it.
reason why I say yes.
Hold on. Let's get Tony in here.
I believe the way people hating on him now, if he had 6 or 7, they would say, well, he ain't got 11. You know what I'm saying? So yes.
How could they say that?
Well, we're not talking about Bill Russell. We're talking about Jordan versus LeBron. Everybody knows that.
I think the rhetoric will change. Tony, let's get you in here. Tony, you got anything?
No, I think if he does and capture Jordan, he wouldn't be saying what he said. I mean, I really honestly feel like the window for him to eclipse him is shortening. He wants to live his regular life at some point, I feel like, and it's he's not gonna catch the number, and that's what I feel like he's defending at this point.
Okay, I'll say this because I haven't get to go yet. So I'll just say this, right? And I'm not here to rebuttal. I'm here to moderate. Anyway, I think the key words that we're missing is rings aren't the end all be all.
That's what
these are the key words we're using. If as a LeBron fan, if he goes on there and said that the rings, it shouldn't be the metric to success. It shouldn't be the metric of who's like the greatest. Then I'll sit here and be like, now the message coming from him is a little messed up because obviously he went to Miami to get a ring. We all know that, right? But we all also knows that LeBron James value his longevity. He values leadership. He values player empowerment and overall impact on and off the floor. That's always been LeBron James' brand. My other thing is when he left Miami, that could have been the end of his rings. It could have been. We don't know what he. We don't know what he does with a young Kyrie. We don't know what an out of shape, but only an all-star Kevin Love does. Then on top of that, what is the rhetoric that we heard when he went to LA? Oh, he don't care about winning no more. He's going out there to make movies, right? As soon as he wins, it don't count. So to your point, JP, it wouldn't work no matter what. If he's 6-4, if he's 6-1. To me, it's always going to be something, right? Like it's always going to be something. It's a goalpost being moved. We got to remember, they literally said this man was going to LA to make a movie. They said this man was done. They said he was unserious. Stephen A. was on a record saying this man is out here doing whatever. He wins a ring, us bubble. Even though they were the best team in the NBA at that time. That's where I'll leave it there.
I got one more, Aaron, before you probably move on.
I got one more too.
No, go ahead. We got about 2 more minutes on this topic.
So the ring weight, I agree. Coming from his mouth, it sounds wild and crazy as hell. Sorry, Pop.
1,000.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that is the conversation they was having was a valid conversation.
I'd like to
coming
address
from
something.
him, it just sounded bad.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to ask. What was the context of the conversation?
It was just now. This is my thing. Obviously, we do live shows here. So if we get comments, right, it'll be a little different. LeBron and them got a production team. So from my end, it's like maybe did y'all pick that question from a fan or did that come through live? I don't know how that worked out though.
No, he just brought it up.
That was the topic. That was the topic.
He just brought it up.
No. I know. But my thing is I think that was a fan question though. It came from a fan and they put it up there. Is what I'm saying. What you got for him, Shadi? What you got for him?
No, I'm tripping off fan, man. Marcus, he up there. He don't agree.
So my question to y'all then, since we here, far-fetched. Let's say he win 3 straight. Then what?
You got to put him there.
Now I'll shut up. Real talk. Yes. I promise. I promise.
Y'all, and I want y'all to hear me clear.
I'm not.
If he wins 7 rings he better than Jordan off of just the rings, but y'all know personality. The reason why y'all like Jordan is killer. Talk to me.
I can't. What I'm saying, I can't argue. Like I've always said, I've always said,
argue now.
Right? But what I'm saying, I've always said personally, for me, it's not. It's the rings is the cherry on top. For me, it's not the end all be all. To me, I've always said that. Like it's the cherry on top. But I'm talking about all the other things as far as just being a two-way player and all the stuff that he could do. I just felt like he was better. And you talking about his peak was better. Now you talking about LeBron as far as longevity and all that stuff. You know how I feel about modern medicine and all that stuff. That has a part to do with it. But we talking about the peak. Like at the top of the mountain, he was better. And I've always said that. And it's not about like we try to like break down these arguments. Like you've heard me say this before. Some of these arguments we've never had until a LeBron came along and his fan base started making these arguments. As far as like for example, finals appearances. Magic Johnson played 12 years in the NBA. 12. You know how many times Magic Johnson went to the finals? 9. Nobody talks about Magic Johnson got 9 finals appearances. What they say? Magic got 5 rings. But then when it came to LeBron, finals appearances matter. Now it's like how many times he's been in the finals? But it never mattered before.
Like, to Mike Boyd's point, Magic ain't top 3 ever.
When he retired, he was.
We talking about Jordan retired. He's still so
he's top 10. Magic's a top 10 player.
This conversation we having right now.
What I'm saying,
he ain't in it.
What I'm saying, when Magic retired, Magic was a top 5 player. Nobody talked about Magic went to the finals 9 times out of his. So that's what 75% of his career.
It wasn't nobody. So that's my point. Now Jordan.
Nobody comparing him to Jordan or keep.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he ain't even with his rings, with his accolades, he ain't even. We're not talking about Magic. Why not?
We understand.
Rings, he's still compared to Jordan. Why?
I think, and it's just a narrative. Maybe I created in my head. I think when there was a sense of, yo, this guy kind of looks better than MJ. Like we can't let this happen. We got to get on him, right? Because obviously there were guys that they shitted on as far as like they gave the Jordan tag to, and they took it from him quick. Understandable. LeBron is not the first person they compared to LeBron. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in this magnitude, obviously it's more social media, so everybody got more voices. But it just seems like that Bron can't win for winning. He can't win for winning.
The difference. And it's like we have this, because of social media is more apparent, but we got this idea in our heads now where it's like players weren't criticized, by the media before. Michael Jordan was criticized heavily. They said Michael Jordan, no scoring champion before Michael Jordan ever won a championship. And they literally said, like, he ain't gonna win. You can't score like that and win a championship. You can't win that way. That was like the biggest thing. You can't win that way playing the way he plays.
You just said that earlier.
Hey, Marcus, Shamar May wanted to ask you, where do Kobe stand in your eyes?
Kobe is 2.
Only here because he's 2 in your eyes.
Kobe is 2, but that's what I'm saying. The rings aren't end all be all to me. It's not the rings. It's just what I'm looking at is that the stats and the rings, all that stuff goes with it. But a lot of it is the eye test too. What I'm looking at and what you can do on the floor. Kobe was number 2 to me.
Before we move on, though, it was early in LeBron's career. There was only comparisons of him and Magic Johnson. I think it was to that second year once he became like an offensive threat, and then they moved on from Magic. So it's tough for me. I mean, I don't know.
Well, you can't come in wearing the number 23. Acting like you're not trying to compare yourself. And I'd like to go back to what Michael said earlier, if I can, when he was talking about it's about the wins. Well, we have to put that in context. Chicago Bulls was on the bottom of the totem pole in '84 with MJ came, and it was a centers league then, right? And so now we're playing against the champion Celtics, and we're playing against the champion Detroit Pistons, and you're saying that one Michael Jordan is supposed to beat 4 Hall of Famers on both of those teams.
That's what y'all saying.
No, but you're saying it's about the wins. And now we're saying that basketball is a team sport, and so the team has to be a product. Now, he played with 1 All-Star. He finally get an All-Star, right? Now everything is different. You know what I'm saying? And now it's all he do is win. Now, if you're going to compare that to LeBron James, when he stacked the deck, he still lost to JJ, Jason, Jason, Sean, and Dirk. You understand? So it's like, so when I'm talking about Michael Jordan, I'm talking about how he inspired everybody that played the game of basketball on this panel right now. LeBron ain't inspired you to do nothing. That's the difference. That's the difference. You know when they talk about the inspiration of Michael Jordan? Thank you. That's another one, Mike. Thank you. Allen Iverson changed the culture. Yeah, I rock with you in that. I will rock with you in that. But LeBron ain't inspired nobody on here to do anything on the basketball court because none of y'all passed.
I'll say this. LeBron definitely didn't inspire me because I was born in 1993. So MJ was first. So like everybody else on this panel, we had to pick somebody first. If LeBron was in 1980, LeBron would probably inspired me.
I ain't never dribbled a basketball in AAU, nothing. I ain't never hit a three-pointer. I ain't never scored 27 points in 9 minutes or whatever Aaron did, right? I ain't never went platinum. I'm probably the best rapper you've ever heard in your life, right? So if that's kind of what we rating things on, then I'm a failure, right?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Kobe, hey,
skill level and accolades, them things shouldn't determine who's the best at a certain thing, is what we saying. Because I don't believe there can be more than one GOAT at anything. You can't
when you turn the TV on, when you turn the TV on, and Kobe on this channel, MJ on this channel, and LeBron on this, well, we're looking at what the product look like right now, right? Ratings are down.
I'm a Kobe stan, so I'm a watch.
Ratings are down.
Because we out. Because LeBron ain't playing.
The Lakers out.
I'll say this. Hold on. I'll say this. Great topic. You got to move on. Pops, I appreciate you for being here, man. You a real one. You're a true one, the legend himself. I had to bring him on for the join debate. So all love, big dog. We're gonna holler at you.
Peace.
All right, y'all. We're gonna move on, man. That was a great conversation, honestly.
I had a good question.
That was good.
I know, man, but this is what I mean. When people ask us how long y'all gonna be here, look, it's our 27 minutes. Everybody in the chat, we got 25 people in the chat on Facebook. We got 7 on Instagram. We got 10 on YouTube. Please, everybody, share this video. We got 17 people on Facebook. All you need to do is share it. I don't ask you to comment. I don't need no money from you guys. Just share it for me, please. Get us an algorithm. I would definitely appreciate that. Moving on.
Hold on, we live.
Yes. Simpson Elite. Things got real chippy in the WNBA. We're gonna check this video out real quick. We're gonna go ahead and dissect it.
Displacement? I think it is. Oh, and Marina Mabry's going to get ejected. If the officials saw that, Marina Mabry is going to get ejected. Well, they're going to go and look at it. But it's not from the game today. I asked her about it. She's always in the mix. There's a lot of contact here. There's a scrape across the face. That's what Clark didn't like. And then Mabry came in with a bump. Deal. Golden going coast to coast. And here we got another breaker because you didn't eject Mabry. That's a flagrant foul. It's a hard foul. You could say it's a
Let's go.
I
love me some Sophie Cunningham, boy.
Oh man, don't get us shadow banned on here with that one. All right, but I'm actually hold on. We're gonna keep that. Keep everything y'all just saw. Who's in your mind the greatest player that never won a ring? Mike, go ahead. You first.
You said the what?
Oh, the greatest player that never win one.
Yeah. To you. I'm not JP. Who you got?
Probably AI.
AI.
Maybe Charles Barkley, but
Charles Barkley.
I got
he's
a
underrated
question though. Can we add like if they didn't get injured in like the totality of their career?
Yeah, anybody.
Okay.
Anybody that didn't win a ring? P, who you got?
The greatest, not the best, but
no,
the greatest.
Just
Karl
think to
Karl
you.
Malone.
This is
Karl Malone.
Okay. Sean, is who you got?
I'm like fam. If it's somebody who an injury took him out, I'm gonna have to say Derrick Rose.
Why did I feel like he was supposed to say D Rose?
Well, Frank said that down the low.
Go ahead, JP.
I said T-Mac.
T-Mac.
He was healthy.
Tony Frank, who you got? T-Mac, you're not gonna.
My emotional side of me is gonna go with Derrick Rose, man.
You're not wrong at that. You're not wrong at that, Mike. Tony, you're not gonna go with Shea?
Well, my shorty finna get one tonight, so I ain't no reason.
Oh, okay, got you. I didn't know.
What?
Oh man,
22 more minutes for this.
Yeah, okay. We talk about that. So I brought Tony in personally. He's okay.
Hold on. Let me show y'all my
he's a real one. He's a real one.
Okay.
Like he was there in 2009. I give him that. But anyway, yeah. So for me, I agree. I'll say T-Mac. I'm not gonna lie. To me that separates him and Kobe. Honestly, like they won A and 1B. Kobe said it. This ain't nothing coming out of my mouth, Kobe fans. I ain't said it. Kobe sat down with him and said it. He's a taller version of me. Literally, he said that. I didn't say
People forget how cold T-Mac was, bro. Come on, man. Everybody was wearing the T-Macs.
As history go on, we forget a lot of people.
Hear me out, though.
Come on, we gotta move along. Go ahead.
What we talking about? If AI beat that Laker team, what we talking about?
Yeah.
No, for sure.
If he beat that Laker team, what we talking about? At 5'11", 125, soaking wet.
What do you say? Hold on. What do you say?
It's tough, man.
The cell phones and tablets, TV was the thing back then.
Yeah, that's why the ratings.
Hey, bro, okay, Mr. Simpson.
If Mac don't leave Orlando, man,
you act like the other team is trash. You got to be confusing greatness and greatness.
Get him and
greatness and the greatest. That's the problem. Yes, Jordan greatness and LeBron James. Yes, Steph's greatness is better, but the basketball player, LeBron James, ratings are not down, streaming is through the roof. How you think they're playing $300 million contracts? Yes,
they generate more money.
No, for sure.
Generate more money.
So we got a lot of people saying Iverson.
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah, Barkley.
Of course we do.
Karl Malone.
Let me ask you a question, A. Why has no one ever, and this is on subject but off subject.
Oh, I'm gonna answer
why has
that.
No one ever had Shamar on one of these talk shows that talk basketball, man.
I'm gonna answer.
Don't worry about it. I got him. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna sit here. Hold on, Pete. Go ahead.
No. Because he's wanted me to answer this question.
My fault.
Kobe was only Robin for that first championship in 2000. It was Batman and Superman from then on. Kobe was averaging damn near 30 throughout the whole playoffs from then on. So it was Batman and Superman, not Batman and Robin. It wasn't no sidekick. It was two superstars. But that's why Kobe is different. Because he asked me that and he was like I was trying to avoid that question.
We gotta move on, y'all. We gotta move on. I already know, JP. I'm sorry. I know. My bad. Hey, So the WNBA is getting chippy. Is it good for the NBA?
Yeah.
Absolutely, bro. My thing is this, man. I've always liked watching women that can hoop. It's fun. It's fun to see that y'all ain't just cute. Y'all get active. But in this, what we just seen them videos, ring all that. The best player just got knocked down. Y'all tweaking. You smack shorty in her face. Cool. She might have overreacted, but you walked up on her. That's when you go, hey, I like it. I like the chippiness. We need it. We need the chippiness.
To be honest, it's more the new people who watching the women basketball now, because I watched them before Caitlin Clark. I'm a fan of her. It's all been chippy. If you really was watching, it's just that Caitlin is bringing this new fandom and new fans in that lands on you. So not everything magnified. They know they're getting the media cover the rating. And that's what I feel about it. So
we saw that fight about 7 years ago out there in LA. We ain't crazy. My boy, what you thinking? Good for the end. Good for the.
Come on, man. I love it, man. I love it. Listen, because I think they're women. So I think men always put this kind of, they're soft, they don't play hard, stuff like that. Bro, what I just saw, they're with it. They're with it. And I love it. And I think the energy, the girls' game is booming right now. So this is only going to bring more excitement. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the passion and the fire. I love it.
Yeah, I like it, man.
Go ahead, Mike.
I hope they build. My thing is this, right? And this is where I think the NBA thrives in, as far as business, right? Because this is for the viewers watching. Do you understand that being a professional is more than just you being good in basketball? Can you sell tickets? Do people really like your person? Can we market you? Because a lot of people on the streets walk up and be like, man, I don't know why I ain't make it, bro. You didn't make it because you ain't marketable, bro. Yeah. We can't sell you to nobody.
1,000.
So I think they got to build off the fact that people are now tuning in. Mm-hmm. Like, really build off this. Somewhere along the line, They got to build off this because it's people watching now.
Now I would say obviously with the viral attention and the visibility, this obviously that's why we're here because it went viral. So to your point, you have to build off of that. Obviously, changing the public perception. They're soft, they're whiny. Everybody get participation trophies. Everybody's winners in the WNBA. We changing that narrative. We gritty. Like we don't care who Caitlin Clark is. Every time she come up in here, it's up. And I don't mean fighting. It's just we not finna let y'all change the narrative and saying she made the W. Like we been nice. Like don't get nothing twisted. We been cold, but because of let's keep it 100. The racism brought the attention a little bit. So we know, but W been cold. We not finna let her come up in here and act like she's just the only one. But we will benefit off of her. And then the last thing, the cultural buzz, and then the debates. Obviously, we're debating about it now, so it works. It helps and it works. Tony, you got anything about it?
Yeah,
go ahead. Anybody?
I like it because they emulating the NBA.
Go ahead, Tony.
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say I like it because it's emulating what we like already. Everyone like a little scuffle in the NBA. It's gonna bring views to it, and for the most part, I just feel like any competitive sports team, you need to have an enforcer. And sometimes that, like he said, it's been going on for a while as far as good basketball play from women. But now that we get more views on it, everyone should know that this is going on. And I like that it's happening on TV now, that people will be able to view it.
Absolutely. And every competitive sport should have some type of chippiness in it. And the only reason I feel like certain casual fans that probably just started watching the W only say something about the chippiness is because who the chippiness is going against. Because you got them certain Caitlin Clark fans that's a little racist or feel like she getting the bad end of the stick. So that's the only bad thing that I see that people will be looking at it as. But I think it's good because women is as physical as men when they play.
Well, they more in tune. They personality. Like you can say something to a dude. Okay, say left.
As long as it's nothing like demeaning or degrading, any attention that the WNBA is getting is good for the WNBA.
Exactly.
They're struggling. They've been struggling for the longest to even make a profit. So just the fact that we're talking about this, just the fact that they're talking about it on ESPN, it's good for the WNBA. They need the publicity. They need the rating. They need more people to tune into it. And I'm glad that it's happening because
they need more sponsors also.
I think they dropped the ball with the Olympics. That first and foremost. There's three things I wanted to say. Number one, shout out to Caitlin Clark's marketing team, whoever they are.
They own that.
They are unbelievable.
They own one.
Number one. Number two, she's nice. Like, let's not act like she's not. Like, she's nice, right?
1,000.
So number three, the biggest thing is, and yes, I like the fighting. It kind of like what Pete said, as long as it's respectable, right? I like the fighting. But I think the biggest thing was the Olympics, bro. I think they blew that opportunity not sending them kids to the Olympics. Right? That was an opportunity that they could have jumped on top of, and they would have really been looking at some revenue right now because they would have got a lot of sponsorship from that. But they played that kid, man.
Both Caitlin and Angel, or just Caitlin?
Can I ask you a question? If I mistake, I want to make sure I'm clear. Yeah. She didn't play. Angel or her didn't play in the Olympics.
They didn't even get invited.
Now, do you think they didn't play because of the emotional older veterans that we all give them so much love and
seniority? 100%.
That's when I don't like the W, man.
They play, and that's what I'm saying.
They played as a rookie with us. Come on, bro. Come on, we need you. We gonna
play themselves, bro.
They gotta open up the doors for these girls, man.
They should at let them go over there and practice with them.
But that's why
I coach girls, right?
Talk to me.
It's just a different social dynamic. It's a little bit more cliquey. I'm not even trying to be sexist at all. I'm just saying what it is, man. So I think, to your point, the seniority culture probably of the women's team there, man, leave them little girls aside. Melo, LeBron, Anthony Davis, all those guys were playing young.
Come on.
But look what they did to Bron and
Melo.
First time they went, they didn't.
But they were there seeing it. They were learning.
You feel? You mean to tell me
But see, the NBA, but the NBA has been around longer. They understand how to market. They understand how to market and how to generate stars. The WNBA is what, maybe 20 years old. You know what I mean? 25 years old. So it's not. They don't. Yeah, they have to get better with marketing, and then now they're getting more. I feel like they know that they made a mistake not inviting them. They know now.
But I'm talking about these veteran women though. Like, bro, for 1 second, you can't sit back and be like, "We tweak." Hey, ladies, we tweaking as a whole, y'all.
Yeah, but see, the difference is too. 29. They don't play as many games as in the NBA that or in the WNBA that the NBA does. So in the NBA, they ain't really tripping about who going. A lot of them, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the top guys, they'll go just because they feel like they're obligated. A lot of them don't really want to go. So because I done played the 82-game season and I done played the playoffs and I'm going to go play over here, it's a little different. With women, they want to play all the basketball they can. So it's like, shit, I'm not going to give up this opportunity to these young. They didn't even play the game. In the professional at all, and I'm not going to give up my spot to them. So it's a little different, and I'm not mad at them for that. I'm mad at the WNBA for allowing it to happen. Like, I can't be mad at a veteran for saying like I don't want to give up my spot, but I would, man, if I'm the director of the USA Women's Basketball, like, hold on, bro, a couple of y'all, the last two on the bench, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark coming. They come.
Go ahead, JP.
I was just gonna say, well, they can't have it both ways. Like you can't want this. And then you want this attention, but then you get it, but at the person who you wanted it to be on, and so now it's an issue. And that's where what Aaron said, the race a little bit come in. Because I feel like, this is my opinion, if there was the other way around, let's say Juju came out this year and Caitlin was still in school, and she came out killing, would we think we had a conversation right now?
Do she play in the Olympics?
Think it would be?
Do she play in the Olympics?
No, I'm talking about, yeah. Do you think she played in the Olympics, or do you think all this hate coming on like Caitlin got right now? If it was you, I'm not trying to say it's all race, but I'm saying it's depends who it is.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna ask you a question. Your point. If it's Angel Reese arguing with Juju about the LSU, are we here right now talking about this?
Probably
not.
No.
They're not even close.
That's not what it's for. But moving on though, man. Another great discussion. As good as we just talked about that, something else happened in the W that we gotta address. We're gonna keep it brief, but something else happened. With fame come shame.
Oh,
check it out.
The bus was right here.
Don't y'all find that kind of weird? Low-key? Like low-key, come on.
A little, but
I'm really turned off right now.
I'm just a fan, though.
I know. I appreciate that.
You sign one? You put my name on it. Awesome.
I'll sign one.
Let's try to get you on that one.
Yeah.
Keep killing it this year. Appreciate that.
Boo.
Is the W getting too much attention, man? Are they now getting too much attention? Because we've heard the stories about thousands of women outside a hotel for Allen Iverson, no matter where he goes. We heard of Kobe. Like this is a thing, ladies and gentlemen. I understand you guys are in this era where, you know, people are creeps and it's weird. This has been going on for centuries. Magic Johnson had it. Like, they aren't the first people, but is the WNBA getting too much attention now?
Brother, that video right there was disgusting. This man is sitting outside your hotel room with a binder of cards, and you talking about you creeped out.
You act like it was regular pictures.
I think even saying I'm turned off kind of threw me. What narrative you trying to paint right now? Could you imagine if like a LeBron James sitting outside and there was a woman there trying to get an autograph? He said, "Oh, I'm turned off."
Can I ask you
what are we talking about?
I'm pretty sure they got.
I didn't hear what she said. What? I didn't hear what they said. What did they say?
I could just. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
She was pretty much under the illusion, like, bro, you're really sitting outside the hotel right now. It's kind of creepy. She said, I'm turned off, as if we're dating, eh?
Oh, right.
But now she's gonna make every man a creep.
But see, this is why they get their slacker. They get in the WNBA.
You gotta understand what comes with just ladies in general, though. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm sure that was kind of weird for her.
That's why I was gonna go with it.
You're a WNBA superstar at this point.
You're a professional person.
I'm not outside your house at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
That's the thing that they're gonna have to get used to, though. Because think about it like this: what if after high school the guy walks up to him and has a bunch of pictures. Like that's kind of how some people think like this is weird, even though this is my sport. This is what
they're playing cards, not picture her on Instagram. What are we talking about?
I understand that.
He's trying to get the little signature. What you mean?
But you never know where that woman. You never know where that female's mind was at that time.
So why sign?
You never know what she went through.
She also just got
bro. Kelsey Plum is a gangster, bro. I'm not trying to hear none of that, bro. No, she's always trying to clown people, bro.
She's been in the W. Like she's been in the W.
Got divorced, so she probably think all men are creeps right now.
But I get it though. That's all I'm saying. I understand.
Don't bring that bitterness out in the streets.
So Shina, check this out, right? I see the angle you're going at. I'm saying she's not a normal person. You are a professional. Whether you are a man or a woman, this happens. Little girl that was on Disney Channel, that's so Raven, was being like, people her autograph. She was 14, 15. You're a star. You're a celebrity. Nobody looks at you as this. You're a figure, right? We're not thinking.
Does she run into that? Like, is that?
Look at her husband though. They've been. Her husband at the time is an NFL almost superstar. So she's been around this popularity, and for her to act like. I'm just mad because they want us to be fans of it, but then when you actually get a fan, you shun them and make him feel creepy. So now, if nobody likes her, it's a problem. If she's gonna create a villain role for herself now because no one wants to like. No,
I'm telling you, that is the biggest fandom that you can get attention that you would want. Somebody's waiting for y'all, bro. For your autograph, not your phone number, not to even take a picture with you, not to say hi, you're beautiful. Yo, can I get your autograph, please? And I'm creeping for one of you. Damn, my bad. I forgot. I didn't know you was that nice. My bad.
Yeah, so
I thought you was nice.
How she ain't know that was for his daughter?
Hold on, Mike. Let P go. Mike, he ain't spoke on this subject.
Well, I'm gonna shoot her a little grace because it's funny that it was Kelsey Plum. I literally just seen like 2 days ago a clip on Instagram of somebody doing similar thing in Beverly Hills to her. She was waiting. Her and her friend was waiting on an Uber, and the guy came up and she was actually nice to him. She was nice. And he was the dude that came up to her on Instagram. It was weirder than that. And she was nice. She was like, I'm kind of, we're just waiting. So I'm gonna shoot her a little bell because we never know. One, it was just a little clip. So I don't know the full context, and I don't know what was said before the camera started rolling, whatever. But it's a little different. I am gonna say it's a little different for a woman because a lot of times, just as a woman in general, I feel like a man coming up to them, they already kind of like bracing sometimes anyway. No matter where they at, like, okay, what you on, or what so I'm gonna shoot her some bail. Like I'm not gonna say, hey, I don't like her. It wasn't the best look, but I'm not gonna kill her for that. Like it's just like it is what it is. Hopefully, she'll handle it better next time. But it wasn't enough there for me to be like, hey, she was just flat out wrong.
Last thoughts, Mike. We're gonna get up out of here.
Put yourself, you outside her joint right now, based off that clip. Do you feel like he said anything or did it off that clip? Because I feel like personally, if he said anything disrespectful or wrong, she wouldn't have stood there on. Bro, she's not finna sit. Her personally, she's not finna sit there like, come on, bro, you're being disrespectful. She go, bro, you tweaking like she did. She's going to speak her mind. All her clips, she speaks her mind. It's hard for me to sit there and look at that and be like, oh yeah, he was bogus. Bro, he's sitting outside, broad daylight.
You off the chain.
In a line. You got security. Like, you got to pick and choose when somebody's doing some disrespectful shit. He's sitting outside trying to get an autograph, G. And he'll probably never ask you for another. You just lost one person for sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then I got one thing real quick. I was with some NBA guys and we were downtown Chicago.
Facts.
And the hotel that they were in, if you knew what hotel it was in, you can just literally walk up to these people. It's not like it's security or nothing. Like if you know the hotel that these people are in, like you can walk up to them at any point given time. So I feel like as a celebrity, well, I can't keep saying that because but as a celebrity for her, she shouldn't. I just don't feel like it's any scary thing as if somebody's coming up to you with a binder. and you can see his cards with laminated in it. Like I can see if a guy is just walking up to you randomly and he's just talking. I get that. But I got a binder that's full and open of cards. What's creepy?
She got a video on YouTube where she talking to a whole random stranger waiting her Uber, bro. Full conversation. You're cool. You're this. You're that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. So but you feel, how does that? You got a fan? You that fucking naive? You don't know what a fan is? You that full of yourself? You said Brown full of shit. What is she's stuck with that?
All right, that's a great one. But moving on. I stay on these. I stay on these shows. Oh, shout out to everybody in the comment section, man. Y'all doing y'all a big one, but I really appreciate the love and support. Please, if we got any new people on here, share this video. It'll go a long way. I appreciate you guys. All right, switching gears, man. I don't watch these sports shows to, regurgitate nothing they say or to even take in what they say. I just want to be updated on what's new, what's current. And I saw this tape, and it was distasteful. And this is one of the reasons why I think LeBron James said what he said. Now, don't quote me, P, because you hit me with some facts on this video was before that or after. I don't know. I'm just saying this is the reason why LeBron James said what he said. Now we're gonna check out this video. I'm gonna go ahead and cue it up. Let's check this out.
What's one word you would use to describe Giannis's career if he doesn't win another title?
Underachiever. I'm gonna tell you why. It's one of the greatest players to ever play the game. 9 All-NBA selections in his career, 9 All-Star selections, and top 10 finishes in league MVP voting 9 times. And he has more of that than postseason series wins.
See that?
So if Giannis don't get another ring, does he underachieve? JP, you first.
I was gonna say I think that people took it the wrong way. I think, in my opinion, I feel like he did not underachieve. I think that if we all sit here and Giannis played like another 7 years and he retires with 1 ring, I think we all be like, oh man, we thought he could have won more. So I think that's where he was coming from. I don't think he said it that way. I don't think he meant it that way. I don't think he said it that way, but I think we sit back in like 7 years and his kind of like all these all-star, all NBAs, and we sit back in his career, you think he only should have 1 ring? I would think he'd get at least 1 more. I think that's where he come. It was a personal thing. Like, I'd be shocked if he don't get 1. I didn't think he came off the wrong way.
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm gonna put it like that. Can Giannis shoot to y'all?
It's okay.
Not for real.
He got better in the mid-range.
Does he have an elite post game? Does he have an elite post game?
No.
Is he like an elite on ball, off ball defender? Like,
yeah,
off ball, elite off ball.
Would you say on ball? I'll give you off ball. Would you say on ball?
I said off ball.
At his position, yeah.
Okay, respect. Why does he need more than 1 ring? I feel like he overachieved.
I was gonna say the same thing.
I feel like he overachieved. He doesn't have the skill set. He's literally doing what LeBron James do as far as athlete. You're the most athlete. That's why we call him the Greek freak. We don't call him the Greek skill set. You're literally a freak of nature.
Yeah.
You can't shoot that well. Once you go downhill, you're going downhill. You can't stop and.
Yeah.
So the ring that you have.
That's over. Yeah. Right. You. Okay, I understand that.
If his skill set was any bit of, I'm gonna use Jordan to where he can mellow you, post up. Then we talking something. He's not nobody where you can just get a ball to us and us, bro. He's running from the half court line down like this. You're not winning like that. No playoff. Come on, man.
So then,
Mike Boyd.
By what he's saying is Charles Barkley an underachiever?
Yeah,
that's different.
That was different.
But I feel
because Barkley, what was different? Barkley had problems staying in shape. Barkley had part where his career could have been longer, probably could have won more. But you played with Pippen and Olajuwon, and you couldn't not be fat. The difference, like what I was saying earlier, with like a Giannis, when Giannis is playing, you can see clearly, hey, I need more help.
Facts.
Where it's like, hey, I got 40 out here. And then it's like, well, shit, the next person, like, who helping me? You know what I mean? Like, with Giannis, it's never questioned, like, his effort or how he plays and all that. And then on top of the fact, you won a ring in Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee.
Hey, P. So in
Mhm.
LeBron first 7-8 years, he didn't need help, or was he just coming by himself?
No. He absolutely needed help. He absolutely needed help.
So he just didn't need
But
to.
at the same
He
time,
just didn't need to leave.
at the same time, I didn't think that in those first few years, because we forget the 2 years before he left, they was the best team in the NBA. The 2 years before he left, they was the best team in the NBA. They were an elite defensive team. They was like the top 5 defensive team. You know what I mean? And it wasn't. I didn't feel like he needed to. It was just the way he left to me. But not even getting on LeBron.
Right, yeah,
but just,
we can get off
just
that.
go. But with Giannis, but the thing about with Giannis, like JP said, I feel like he overachieved because Giannis, if you even look at it, every year he's gotten better. Every year he's gotten better. He's gotten bigger. He's gotten stronger. Then he's got a little bit more skill. Now I can step out and actually hit that jump shot a little bit now. It's like he's added something every year. So it's not like, hey, I just play the way I play and I'm stagnant. But I feel like, and I've always said this about Giannis. Giannis is closer to Shaq than he is LeBron. We look at Giannis. We look at Giannis because he can dribble the ball and bring the ball up. Like he should be like a LeBron, but he's really closer to Shaq, where he's like a freak of nature athlete, and I can just kind of do what I want physically. But it's not the skill. And Shaq had a lot of skill, but it was more about physical dominance, and that's what Giannis is. And we kind of knock him for that because we want him to be like more of a perimeter player because he can kind of do that too.
Yeah, so if he loses freak, then he's
I want to go to Mike Boy.
Period, Sean. If he loses freak,
Mike Boy, what you got?
Yeah.
Man, I think how could you say someone that stayed in a small market like that is an overachiever, or he was an underachiever? You know what I'm saying? Like I think the loyalty, staying home like that, and I think he's someone that if he does choose to up and leave, he goes to a contender, man, that he could get another couple. So what are we talking about? We're talking about an overachiever. I agree with Mike.
So to Mike's point, because now we finna see it live. In one breath, you got Bron saying rings don't matter. It shouldn't matter. And you got somebody right now saying if he doesn't get not if he don't get one, because he got one. If he doesn't get another one, he's an underachiever.
I just feel like that. I feel like the underachiever annotation is it's subjective, because if we're not considering you in the greatest of all time, it's kind of all wash. Because if you got a ring and you're not even in the greatest of all times, and you can say I won the ring, that's an achievement within itself. Like, you're not even the top 5 player ever in the league, and you beat some of the guys that's in that conversation for that. So that's an overachievement for somebody that, if you be honest, it was Jabari. It was not a Giannis thing. It was Jabari. He was the insurance, and he came through and panned out. So for them to say underachievement, like I said, I think it's more so of subjective to, I can't even say, because if you win, and it's yours. He didn't ride nobody's coattail to get.
Not a lot of people win.
So
you're not guaranteed to win. You're not guaranteed.
Exactly. Based off where he started too, though. You know what I mean? You got to say over, right? Because based off of who he was when he came in the league, bro, to who he is now, like that's an over. Stephen A is wrong for that, bro.
Yeah. And Stephen A, I think when Stephen A be explaining this, like back like on the little ring coach thing, like he underachieved if he don't get another ring. Like, who is you trying to like compare him to? Like every debate you have about players underachieving or not amounting up to what they should be, you always slightly want to compare them to Jordan. Now, like, bro, everybody's career is not going to be like Jordan. And I feel like he be wrong when he always slightly tried to do that with everybody's career.
And that's why I said what I said, because I thought that he was sending it the wrong way. I thought he came off the wrong way. To your point. That's why I was. Yeah, that's all.
He always does that.
If Mike, I'm gonna keep real with y'all. I'm gonna say this: if Mike is the measuring stick, well, a lot of people not gonna be good to nobody.
Exactly.
If I don't even know why was like I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't know what he say. Is this camera? What the camera? Is this camera on me? Lay off the weed, Stephen A.
he also got.
Hold on, real quick.
Hold
on, quick, Pete. My boy, did you make your point?
Yeah, bro. I did make my point. I do got to bounce, y'all. I got a meeting at 6 I got to get to. Man, I just appreciate Aaron having me on. Some of y'all, I haven't seen you guys in years, man. Hope all of y'all are blessed. I hope you guys have me back, too, man. Would love to be here again.
All right, man. Definitely will do. I appreciate you for
being here, y'all. Talk soon.
Appreciate you guys. Hit you, Mike.
No, man, great conversation. So, I just finished. Mike a real one. Shout out to my boy, Arizona guy. I played NLP with that kid.
Played against
killer.
Mike.
Kid is a killer. He's a trainer now in Arizona. Shout out to him. And yeah, man, we're gonna move forward. But like, that's one of my biggest things, man, on the ring thing. Like, it's to me, JP. It's not even about what Stephen A. is trying to convey. Pushing that is disgusting.
Yeah. It is.
That shouldn't be a topic. It's all I'm saying. I'm not sitting here dwindling on LeBron James' ring thing. I'm saying that right there was unnecessary. Greek didn't deserve that. The dude is one of the hardest workers ever. He never wanted to team up with nobody. He like we gotta. So now, right now, Giannis decides to go to Golden State, and they run on 3 rings. Are we upset at Giannis, or is it the narrative that we regurgitating, like Stephen A. And I'm not trying to move nothing. I'm just saying, Stephen A. Are you saying this because your guy is MJ, and you just feel like he just did everything right, that you just gotta say shit like this? That's where it gets weird for me. Like, out of nowhere, you woke up and said you underachieved. Go ahead, P.
I feel like he's saying it, and that's what I had to realize years ago. Especially with First Take, they say things to stir up debate.
Exactly.
For sure.
Literally to stir up debate. Half the time, I feel like they don't even believe the stuff that he's saying, but I know it's going to get people riled up and it's going to get people going, so they say it. So they say it, and it's like a whole big thing, because the whole thing is about engagement and about making money. That's something that you can clip up and put it on YouTube, and it's disgusting.
For sure.
So, and that's the main reason why you hear like people like Draymond Green and LeBron and all talking about the new media, because a lot of it is bullshit. A lot of it is just to stir up debate, and it's like you're just trying to make discourse with people. You don't even believe that. Like this topic right here was nasty. Like, I couldn't believe he actually made a point about that on the show. But it's a slow week. It's a slow week, I guess. They had
very slow.
The finals game ain't played till Thursday. It was a slow week because there's no way he can actually think this was something.
I mean, let's just read off a few of his things. Right, 2 times MVP, a champion, NBA Finals MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved Player of the Year, 9-time All-Star, 9-time All NBA selection, 5-time All Defensive Team, NBA Top 75, 20,000 points already.
The first Can I curse?
Yeah, you can. On this pod, we upstanding. Hey, so look, so on this pod, right? We are definitely upstanding gentlemen. But at the same time, we got a lot to say. But to my point, when you read that off, right? Slow week, we want to start a pot. You can't say that. Like, it does. Because to my point is you guys are bigger than that. The platform that's just starting off, me. Take it for, if I say that, cool. I'm trying to get
gonna let you say that.
But I got so much respect for the game. Like, I don't want them kind of the topics I always look at, or I ask you guys to help me out with. It's always in love with a game, like trying to figure out ways how to be better or whatever. I'm not gonna what? So that means I ain't never did nothing in my life.
I wonder why Giannis out of the players he could have said.
Because he's in the talks for being moved right now, so they got to bring him up. You understand what I'm saying? But it's just gross what he decided to use to bring him into the conversation. It's just sick.
Gross, man.
Because I'm gonna tell you now, if Giannis go anywhere to where the league is as lopsided as it was when KD went to Golden State, bro, he not gonna get.
It's gonna make everybody pissed. It's gonna make everybody
mad by doing that, bro. Which I wouldn't. Bro, I'm gonna keep it real with you. He won where he was at. He works hard, bro. I think he works hard. I'm gonna say that. I would think he need to take his ass in that get on the shooting machine a little more, because there's no way in hell you can't shoot a basketball and you get paid millions. I don't like that. But if I'm being real, bro, he's doing everything by the book, bro. He's working hard, and for you to say I underachieved, Nigga, Brandon Jennings ain't get one. Who else got one in Milwaukee? I'll wait.
He
Kareem,
loved. I mean,
30, 40 years ago, 50 years ago.
Kareem.
I'm the greatest buck of recent time.
When you say somebody underachieved, then Aaron ran off a list that was crazy, like
insane.
And that's just little. That was just what I wanted to try to talk
that's
about.
underachieving. Think about that, though.
It's some people without a ring.
That's considered underachieving, man.
Right. It's some people without a ring that would love that particular resume. Like that's insane.
Didn't he say Giannis is like the second greatest power forward next to Tim Duncan or some shit like that?
To P's point, he probably did, and he forgot he said it and just tried to make a point and try to be funny. Let me ask y'all this. Would you guys rather be a person that contributes on a champion? Would you be somebody that contributes on a championship team and lose, or to be a person who helped out a little bit? Not Robert Horry, but like you helped out a little bit and you got a ring.
Hey,
would you want to be a person that contributes and lose in the finals, or be a person that nobody after this game, nobody gonna really remember you?
I'm dying on that sword. My mic was outside. I need to be outside. Win, lose, and draw. I need to be responsible.
Okay, so all right, so you going with the person that lost? Okay.
So you saying would you want to be the guy on the team that lost?
The team that lost, or you gonna be just a slow Joe? And you want.
Give us a role player though, AJ, because
I'm a role player. Give me a role.
Yeah,
that's
a role.
No. Listen, and that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying you're. I'm not saying you're Caruso, bro. I'm not saying that at all.
You can even tell me that I'm AJ Mitchell on the OKC Thunder. Just tell me that.
You passing out water, man.
Oh,
not even that. It's just, okay. Prime example. You're Nick Young on the Warriors. You're Nick Young of the Warriors, or you're Nick Young of the Warriors, or you're Jaylen Brown in 2022 versus the Warriors.
Jaylen Brown me.
Jaylen Brown me.
I take Jaylen Brown.
It's a good chance 2 years from now.
That's 200 million.
Can I touch that? Can I?
Yeah.
Can I touch
And even then, if you Jaylen Brown me, then that means I got a couple more opportunities. It's a good chance I might make it back. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm running shit, so I can look back and say, all right, these are the mistakes I made. Now I don't want to be a role.
No. I'm changing it there. because I don't want you to think like that. Okay. Are you same situation? It's 2022. I'm watching, Frankie. I just say 14 minutes 30 seconds. I'm watching with you. You're James Wiseman on the Warriors, or you're Jaylen Brown. So you still got a lot of time.
Jaylen Brown.
I need to be involved.
Still
That's all I'm saying.
I need a couple touches. I need a couple
play. I would rather play and say I made it than to just win and just be out there.
You can't argue anything.
I would rather go out like he went out shooting that mug, man. He had a memorable game instead of them being like, hey, man, you passed him the water when he missed the free throws. You garbage too.
Yeah, I'll take 27, 7, and 9. And lose.
Okay. All right, so moving on. We only got about 3 topics left.
Hold on, let me. No,
my fault. Go ahead, John. Did you? But were you able to pick one?
Oh yeah. Shit, I'd rather be goddamn Otto Porter on the Warriors.
Yeah. That's you. I ain't mad at that. I want that money.
He got a look good.
I know, but he about to pawn that joint 2 years. But okay, so moving on. So something recent happened, and it kind of hurt my heart. I'm more big on watching women's college basketball, and that's a fact, than I am watching men's. So I'm not too familiar with this kid. I know a few of y'all are. So I want to talk about Ace Bailey for a second. And here's what the reporter had to say about this kid. I'm his decision making.
The draft starts with Philadelphia. Who did they take? VJ Edgecombe or Ace Bailey? Ace Bailey was 3 for a while. He slid all the way to 6 in our latest mock draft. NBA teams are a little bit perplexed about his pre-draft process. He's the only player who is yet to conduct a single workout to this point. He has not visited any NBA team facilities. Ace Bailey's camp is adamant in conversations that he's a top 3 player in this draft.
Now that's a little weird. You're one of those guys, Cooper Flack, number 1, clear cut, one guy. He's doing interviews, he's going to the gym, he's getting into work, and this kid I don't know much, so I'm not going to sit there like I do. But this kid, it seems like he's not trying out for nobody. He listened to his agent. I think it's Sharif Cooper's dad. I think that's what they were saying. Don't quote me. I think something like that. Whatever. But with what's going on, do you guys truly believe that Ace Bailey was stock would drop to the 6 or below when the draft comes?
I think so.
I'm gonna put it like this.
Hold on, Mike. Well, why you think so, Frankie?
Well, we just going for me. I just feel like that kind of stuff matters unless you Cooper Flag. And most of the times, these GMs, they draft off potential, but they also draft off of the nuances around all of that. And for him to say, well, in my opinion, hearing that information that you just said, he listening to a dude that is not in the league anymore. So already you grounding yourself with people, not necessarily saying that they make wrong decisions, because it just didn't fit for Sharif in Cleveland. And I get that too. But a lot of that stuff matters. Like I remember somebody that went to the league, I don't remember who, but they do a thorough investigation of everything. Like your third grade teacher will get contacted. So like, it's just like for him to go into this situation already sharing the light with Dylan Harper at Rutgers. It's like now you had a chance to separate yourself because people are saying Dylan is just as good. So when you have a chance to do that, I feel like you answer the call. And most of these teams that's in that position, they need someone that can step in and answer the call. So in that pick, I would say
1,000. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, like picking back off what Tony said, I don't think it's a good look. It's a pretty bad look because he's getting information. I mean, he's getting advice from an agent where his son ain't really panning out in the draft. Didn't get picked. His daughter can't even make a team in the WNBA. And then it's not like he was like the clear-cut best player on his team or he was the clear-cut second pick. So he shouldn't be letting anybody make decisions for him like that. Not working out. Then you like down in teams, certain teams you don't want to work out for. Then they come back, you don't want to work out for any team because you feel like you got a promise.
Yes, he canceled the 76ers workout today. One thing I want to say that totally off topic. Keep that, please keep that. Mm-hmm. Ace Bailey, Daddy, and Shreve, they might be cousins or homies or something. Because if you right on his daughter can't get on the team and his son didn't make the Cavs, right. So why are you my agent again?
Exactly.
So
but go ahead, Pete.
I kind of feel like he's trying to drop his stock because I feel like he wants, like, even when you hear him talk about, earlier before the draft, way before in the summer, he's talking about him shooting the shots that he shoots. He's talking about, hey, I practice these shots. I feel like he wants to be a star in the league. And hey, if Philly drafts me, I'm not going to be a star. I'm going to be maybe the third or fourth guy on this team if I get drafted by Philly. The fourth. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm only going to be my career is going to kind of be stagnated as far as if I go there. So I think he's trying to. I don't want y'all to draft me. I don't want Philadelphia to draft me. So he's trying. I feel like that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to fall into a situation to where, hey, I can come in and be the guy, or come in and at least be the second guy. But it's like, why would I want to be drafted if I feel like, hey, I could be. If I feel like he feels like he's the best player in the draft. He said that plenty of times. If I feel like I'm the best player in the draft, why would I go be the fourth option on the team and then I can't be able to show that? Because once you get that tag, it's like that's going to be your future contracts. That's damn near follow you for the rest of your career. Whereas like now, I feel like I should have been a star player, but now I done been turned into a role player because the team that drafted me. So I think it's all like it's posturing, and he's trying to get them not to draft him. That's why I was like, I waited till the last minute to cancel this meeting. I don't even want to meet with y'all because I want y'all to be turned off and draft somebody else.
Understandable.
He's trying
to Jim point. Holly is playing in Game 6 today. Appreciate you for being here, Jim. Go ahead and share it for me real quick. Before you go, Sean, so the first pick is Dallas, then San Antonio, Philly, Charlotte, Utah, Washington, New Orleans, Brooklyn, Toronto. So obviously, if he falls in that 6-7, they not gonna keep dropping. One of them gonna grab him. If I'm sorry, 5. If Utah, Washington, or New Orleans get him, one of them, he's gone. Sean, go ahead.
What the guy who's his agent. You said his kids play basketball too.
They were
So
in
his
the
son,
league.
so
They
his
tried
son,
to.
his son got drafted by the Cavaliers, ended up going to the G League, didn't pan out, and then his daughter was with the Los Angeles Sparks, and then she got she was out of the league for like 2 or 3 years now.
Okay. What I believe he's trying to do is I think he's trying to pick his team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think he's trying to pick. If he went undrafted, he wouldn't be upset about that, even though he's not, right? But if he could figure out a way to go undrafted and get to the team he wants to get to, he'd do it. Yeah. I think he would.
That's smart.
Huh?
Is that smart as far as contract wise?
No, that's terrible. That's terrible.
No, he just said if. But
my question is this, man, because I think people fail to realize, and this is the shit I'm talking about. P, like this man before he even gets the accolade is trying to pick a team.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, bro, you'll get pigeonholed. And like say if he goes to Philadelphia, you're gonna be very limited. He's gonna be limited.
That's how it was.
Because they're gonna be looking at Justin Edwards before him.
Right, and I get it, and I get it. But with all of the resources and all of the things that these players and stuff have now, like if they've been doing this since the end of time, though. Not since the beginning of time. They've been doing it to where they do it in football, they do it in baseball. It's like, hey, you draft me, I'm just not gonna report. I'm gonna go back to school, or I'm gonna they've been doing this to where it's like, hey, I don't want to go to this situation. This is not the best situation for me in my career. I want to go somewhere else. But he's just not going to go flat out and say that. But he's just doing actions to do so. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. I'm just speculation. But there's no way it's like, hey, I'm gonna just cancel this meeting and I ain't meeting with nobody, because at the same time, it's like I pretty much know where I'm going, because only when you go to meet with these teams at the pre-draft, they know everything about you already. They know everything about you already. They just want to see you in person.
Yeah,
man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I just always looked at it. I always looked at it as scary to me, man. Not doing what you. I don't know, man, because it's like if you was number one, you'd have been number one. What you do? If you was number one, you'd have been number one. Yeah. Cooper Flag is number one. We all agree. It ain't even close.
I wouldn't say it ain't close.
I ain't saying close. No, it's close, but I think just the trajectory and what you saw when he played against Team USA, that's just kind of the safe bet. And you kind of know what Cooper can do. You kind of just know. So Ace is kind of like you want to see it.
Ace trying to be, so he's trying to go to a situation where he can be that guy.
Yeah.
Or just have more of an opportunity.
He just had that. And how did it work? You just did that on the minor level with the little kids in college. How did that work for you, sir?
It got him. Yeah. He's gonna be a top 5 pick.
Might be 6 now. Might be 6 now.
JP, what you think? You think Ace Bailey not gonna drop?
I don't think it will. He's too talented. I don't think he's too talented. He got the height. He can shoot a little bit. So I think is it a good look? No. Like Marcus said, it's not a good look. I think he's trying to get the team he wants to be a star. But I do think, in my opinion, it's a little bit of entitlement. Like you get an opportunity to play at this level, man. You gotta just go. You got to go get, because I don't care if you're third or fourth option. If you go in there and you ball, you're gonna get your money. You'll get opportunities to run the team if you got that. If you got it, you got to develop. But that's how he going about it. Is not. I don't agree with it. But I don't think he's gonna drop more than 6 types.
He's not the kid who said that they didn't want to play with LaMelo, right? Y'all heard about that, right? He's not the same kid, is he?
I ain't heard that.
No,
no. I saw the report that came out.
You see what Coach just said?
I saw the. No, hold on though, because I did just see a video of Ace Bailey saying like it'll be dope to play with them because me and Brandon Miller played the same, so it'd be tough to stop us. And LaMelo is really good at playmaking and scoring, so that'd be dope. I heard him say that though. I heard him say that vividly, like at least an hour ago on Twitter. So I don't know.
They
but
said it was a top draft pick or whatever. Said they didn't want to work out with something.
It was a top draft. It was a top draft pick. Said that they didn't want to play with.
Yeah, I was gonna send that to you today too.
My only thing is this, man. We all understand that you playing this game, man. You're an injury. You're an ankle away from not getting paid.
Yeah.
Bro, you got an opportunity to I think we starting to forget what's really at stake, bro. Like,
yeah,
you're about to leave a college, bro, and go play and make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Whether you sitting on that motherfucker mowing the lawn, whether you chilling.
The problem is they making millions already, Mike.
I understand. So my question, but we gotta understand something. Them little mans what he gonna make in the league if he actually that guy?
It ain't equivalent, Mike, but you got to think though. Just imagine, like I said, we've been hungry in college before. Imagine you don't got that itch no more.
What? Yeah.
Like it's I'm gonna get here. Like it's like these guys at this point they know they're making it. It's not about how much money. It's about when.
Yeah, it is entitlement.
It's too much for me though.
Okay.
I agree with P and JP. I agree with P and JP in the sense of like for P saying, Marcus is saying, like if I don't pick where I'm going, like they're gonna take my endorsements, my money, and they're gonna put me in a box that I don't want to be in. And then at the same token, JP is just like, yo, respect the game. Like this is how it's always been. Work your way up, and that's how it be. But to P point, like why work my way up when I could get it from the jump? Understandable. But moving on to
hold on. Didn't Buddy just get it from the jump at Portland? The point guard?
Anthony Simons?
No.
School Henderson. They sent him to the G League his first year though, a few times, and then he got benched a few times.
So Buddy,
he's still figuring it out. He's still figuring it out. This is going to be his third year.
Planning this out.
Right, but he's saying, but he just saying, I want that opportunity. It's like I know, like it's just the fact you want the opportunity to show you.
Let me fail.
You
He's
just
not
had
that opportunity in Philly.
You just had it in college, brother.
Yeah, but see the college game. The college game is different. Bro.
Totally different.
The college game is completely different than the NBA. The college game,
skill wise, he wasn't the best player in college.
No, he was really, really good though.
Yeah, a lot of people really, really good, man.
Right, but you can beat, but you going to a school
moving
like
on,
Rutgers,
man.
I feel you though.
Yeah, just like VJ Edgecombe. VJ Edgecombe is going to be a top 5 pick. He didn't do nothing super special in college because when it translates to the NBA, it's about style of play and how you know what I'm saying, how your style of play more so than your results in college. A lot of times people get drafted off potential. It's like, shit, you didn't even average 10 points in college. But the NBA game is way more open. You can't actually play zone for real, where you can just pack the paint. It's more movement, more spacing. You know, it's not like the college game. It's a little different. So that's why it's like you definitely can use what they did in college, but their results in college is not the end all be all because it's a different brand of basketball when it comes to the NBA.
All right, so moving on. So for the last topic of the day, we're going to talk about Halliburton. He hasn't really been the most prominent in this series. He hasn't really been, in the action. He hasn't really been doing much. Do you guys think Halliburton hindered the Pacers' odds of winning Game 6 tonight?
Nah. We finna run at this boy all night, man. It was over with before it started, man. Injury or not.
I think no.
You said it, so it's not. So it don't matter what game over tonight, series over tonight.
Hey, I'm an Oklahoma City fan. I'm gonna be biased, but I ain't gonna be biased. It's over with.
I'll be objective. All right,
be objective for me, please.
If he's honestly, my first opinion is after how they got lost Game 4, I thought it was over with from there. After how they lost Game 4, I think they should have Game 4. And when they lost that, you kind of know, okay, so you got it. But if Halliburton could come out and play somewhat aggressive and make shots, if he come out and make shots, know that we're not going nowhere, I think they have a chance to win this game.
Before this game start, right? Because I'm about to say you saw it coming. I'm expecting this dude to go out shooting. I'm expecting at least 15. But I'm expecting at least 15, 16 plus shots tonight.
Is he playing?
He's playing. He's out there. Game really starting. So before it starts, Mike, who you got tonight?
What the Halliburton ain't been around. We gonna go ahead and pack this shit up and okay. We gonna pack this up tonight. It's been one.
JP, who you like tonight?
We're at the Pacers.
All right, P, who you like tonight?
Thunder gets it done.
Trying to get done tonight. John, who you got?
Caruso and 6.
Damn. Shonda, who you got?
Give me Indiana. Give me Indiana. And what do they say in deciding fashion? If that boy Halliburton, what the Halliburton play? If he play, give me Indiana in a very impressive fashion, bro. And they in Indiana.
Yeah.
Oh, give me Indiana.
Frankie, I gotta ask who you got tonight, man.
Frank the Tank.
I know, but I still want to be respectful and ask him with everybody else though.
Hey man, listen, check it out. We winning by 15, man. We ain't shot the 3-ball. We ain't shot the 3-ball good all series except the last game. Every
Who's
game
reffing?
other than it's okay.
Who's reffing? That matters. Who's reffing?
Frankie, I need you to merge this, Frank.
I don't see Scott Foster.
Hold on, AJ. Hold on, y'all. We was in the backstage talking.
Right.
You said, how long is the pod gonna be? I said, Frank, by the time we get off, OKC will be up 15.
They not up 15.
Wait,
Hey, hold on. The game just started, right? On y'all screen? Or it been on?
It just started.
Oh, my.
All right, Mike, why you do that, Mike?
He's tweaking, man. Hey, man.
Why you do that?
Hey, this been another great episode of Upstanding Gentlemen on Simpson League Podcast. I want to appreciate everybody that was on the panel, everybody that was tuning in and sharing this one. This was probably one of our best episodes. It only gets better. Again, if you want to be on the episode, reach out. We're looking for everybody that want to talk hoops. If you want to come back, let me know that too. We're doing all we want to do. I got patience tonight. But as always, stay elite, baby.
Elite.
We got
fun.